welcome to Level D Mathematics class. In this video, we will be learning about another exciting and interesting topic, that is rounding and estimation in addition and subtraction. So let's learn how to use estimation in addition and subtraction. Let's learn through some examples. Estimate sums and differences. In this example, we have the number 158 and 34. Find the sum of 158 and 34. Estimate the check. So I'm going to round off my 154 and 34 to the nearest tens. Now, when I round off this number, my target number is 5, and the very next number I have in ones is 8. 8 is greater than 5. This means we are going to round up. Rounding up means adding 1 to the target number. So I added 1 in target number, making it 6. 158 is 160 when rounded to the nearest tens. Similarly, when I rounded off 34, it turned into 30. How? Well, the target number was 3, and the very next number was 4. Now 4 is smaller than 5. We all know when a number is smaller than 5, we round down. Well, rounding down means keeping the target number same. So the target number 3 will stay same, and the next numbers will turn 0. 34 is 30 when rounded to the nearest 10. 160 and 30 when added up made 190. Now let's make the sum of the actual numbers. 158 add 34 equals to 192. Well, let's round off 192 to the nearest tens. So the target number here I have is 9, and the very next number is 2. That is again less than 5. This means I am going to round down. When I round down, the target number stayed the same, and the number changed into 190. The answer is close to 190. This 192 is close to 190. So this means my answer is reasonable. Now let's learn how to subtract using estimations. Here I have 325, and I have to subtract it from 812. Now this time, I'm going to round off my numbers to the nearest hundreds. Rounding off to the nearest hundreds, I have 812, and the target number I have is 8. Either I'm going to round up or round down, I'm going to look at the very next number of my target number. Now in tens case, I have 1 here, which is again less than 5. So here I'm going to round down. By rounding down, I get 800. Now let's move on to the next number. The next number I have is 325. My target number here is 3 because I'm going to round off to the nearest hundreds. The very next number to my target number is 2, which is again less than 5. This means I'm going to round down again. The rounding down means keeping the target number same. This 325 will change into 300 when we round down. Using my estimated values, 800 take away 3 takes 500. Now let's check either my answer is reasonable or not. The actual values was 812 take away 325. When I take away this number from the bigger number, I get 487. Now let's round off this number to the nearest hundreds. So the digit I have in hundreds place is 4, and the very next number I have is 8. Now 8 is greater than 5. This means I'm going to round up now. Well, rounding up means adding 1 to the target number and keeping the next number 0. So I'm going to change my number to 500. Well, the estimated value was also 5. This means the answer is reasonable. Now let's try some more examples. Estimate the value of each of the following, then find the answers. In A part, I have 23 add 19. When I round off this 23 to the nearest tens, I get 20. How? Because the very next number to my target number is less than 5. This means I'm going to round down. The very next number I have is 19. Now rounding 19, I get 20 again. How? Because the very next number to my target number was 9 this time. Now 9 is greater than 5. This means I'm going to round up. When I round up and round down my numbers, the value I get is 40 by adding them up. Now let's see what is the value of the actual numbers. 23 add 19. We get 36 when we add 23 and 19. Rounding off this 36 to the nearest tens, we get 40. This means my answer was reasonable. Moving on to the next example, B part, we had 512 subtract 156. This time I'm going to round off my numbers to the nearest hundreds. The first number, 512, when rounded off to the nearest hundred, turns into 500. How? The target number 5, then the very next number to 5 is 1. Now 1 is smaller than 5. This means I'm going to round down. Rounding down means keeping the target number same and making the next number 0. 500 take away the next number. Now the next number I have is 156. My target number here is 1, and the very next number here is 5. Now, the next number is 5. This means I have to round up. Rounding up means adding 1 to the target number and making the next number 0. So my number will change into 200. When I take away 200 from 500, I get 300. Now let's see what do we get when we subtract the actual values. 512 subtract 156 makes 356. Now let's round off this number to the nearest hundreds. My target number here is 3 and the very next number I have is 5. Now this means I have to round up. Rounding up this number, we get 400. How? I'm going to add 1 in my target number and making the next number 0. So 356 will change into 400. Now the estimated value and the estimated value of the actual answer is different. This means my answer here is not reasonable. Now let's move on to the next example. Here we have 56 add 54. I'm going to round off this number 56 to the nearest tens. In tens place I have 5 and in ones place I have 6. This means I have to round up. Rounding up means changing the number to 60. And the next number is 54. Now this time I have 4 in my ones place. So the number would round down and make it 50. Now 60 add 50 is 110. Let's see what do we get when we add the actual numbers. 56 add 50. 56 add 50 is 110. Wow, the numbers are actually same. This means my answer is reasonable. I hope you have understood how to use estimation in rounding in addition and subtraction. I have attached tutorial links for more practice. If you have any queries or any confusions, you can always contact me on Google Classroom. Have a good day. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.